Hare Krishna. Just yesterday, we were singing the song about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu coming through the town and waking everybody up to the holy names. Song Ujjila Arano. And in that song, we hear Mahaprabhu's enthusiasm to give everybody the holy name. And near the end of the song, he says, Nam bina kichanahi ko aura, choda bhuvana maje. That there's nothing else to be had anywhere. It's like in the original translation, it says in all 14 worlds. That includes most of the counties in Silicon Valley. Except for the holy name, which is really a focusing statement that if you do this one activity, then everything else is available. And that's a kind of mystic yoga, that you can be in one place and then connect to everything that's important. It's similar to what Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Ananyas Chintayantamam, that if you just focus your mind on me, make this your priority, then I carry what you lack and preserve what you have. So he says he personally carries it. It's helpful to remind oneself, because we all have so many duties to do, that the main duty is to focus one's mind on chanting the holy name or chant from the heart. And so this is so important. We advocate for this. Prabhupada gave this as the mainstay of one's practice of devotional service. It's the only thing that we actually have to count every day, that we make a vow for, that at least this many rounds, and we don't deviate from that. So it shows the potency of the process of chanting Hare Krishna. So one last point is that in a community where we're all trying to work together on one mission, the ultimate achievement is cooperation in the service of Krishna. And really that can only be achieved over a long period of time when devotees are actually becoming enlightened and developing qualities, humility and so forth, which can only come from chanting Hare Krishna. The real thing can only come by the touch of Krishna himself. So for our community, this coming together to chant and make it a priority demonstratively, and also for one's own practice, just showing up for it and sitting down tight and chanting the rounds, we notice ourselves doing it, and we develop a kind of spiritual self-esteem, a sense that whatever else goes wrong, and everything will go wrong eventually, I'm taking shelter in the right place. So thank you very much, everyone, for coming. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna. In one sentence, why do you think Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, there's nothing else to be had in the 14 worlds except the holy name? Kesha Krishna, you start. One sentence.
There's nothing that can cure our material disease, it's just the dependence on holy name.
That's another important word, is a cure, which is in the Bhagavatam, chikitsitam, a remedial measure. Cure is a remedial measure to remedy some affliction. And this is one of the themes of Bhaktivinoda Thakur's song also, the second part, where he says, N-H-E-A Shaudhi Maya Nashi Paro Lagi Harinam Mahamantra Lao Tumi Magi. That he calls a Shaudhi. That's also in the Bhagavatam, Bhavaushadam. The cure for bhava, or the material existence, the ashaudi, the bhava ashaudi, is the Bhagavat Katha and the chanting of the holy names. So it's really important. It's to understand and admit that one's in a diseased condition of life. And so there has to be some diet, and there's some restriction also. Don't do these things, but do take these things. So the mainstay of the diet is the chanting of the holy name. It's like if you go on a diet and someone says you can only eat broccoli, then you can just fix your mind in one place. Broccoli only. Okay, one sentence. Pavani Bhakti? Why did Bhaktivinoda Thakur says there's nothing else to be had in the 14 worlds except the holy name? And Mukaravinda is next.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj.
Okay, that's one sentence. Next. Okay, go ahead.
Especially in Kali Yuga, when we are, that is the only solution also recommended, that Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama eva kevalam, kalau nasteva, nasteva, nasteva gatiranyatha.
Well done. Well done. So it's also in Shastra. This is etad nirvidyamananam ichatam akutobhayam yoginam nirnitam harir namanu kirtanam. So this nirnitam means that it's already been vetted. It's already in all the Shastras. Shukadev Goswami says, take my word for it. This is the best thing you can do. Mukaravind.
That is the main process Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave. So he's following in his footsteps. He had that realization.
There's nobody better than Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. For those who are serious about spiritual life, he's the main focus. This is right in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, we read it the other day. And Prabhupada also says, when one comes close to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his movement, then automatically all of one's desires are fulfilled. You don't have to try extraneously. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the best of the best. And if he says, just chant Hare Krishna, which he did to Tapana Mishra, and also said it to Subhuti Roy, when they had different kinds of problems, societal problems, confusion, he had one solution, just chant Hare Krishna. Jayananda Prabhu, the great saint of ISKCON, he also had problems, because everybody does in the material world. And he wrote to Prabhupada with his problems. Prabhupada wrote back, said, it's the same old answer, chant Hare Krishna. Hands up? Yes. Radhakripa Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. By chanting Hare Krishna, we get Krishna. And within Krishna, there are 14 words.
Ooh, very nice. So it's that Krishna is within every atom of the universe. Who knows the Brahma Samhita verse that says he's within every atom? Right. So he's there within everything, and Krishna's everything's within Krishna, but he's not within everything. If you chant Hare Krishna, then you automatically have everything, because everything's within Krishna. Hansapriya is stepping up for the one-sentence challenge.
This material world is so long, Chauda Bhuvan Mange, and it's only holy name can help us to get through that. So every sea needs a boat. So the holy name is the boat that can help us to get to Krishna.
So it's a big ocean. We have to cross the ocean. In the Bhagavatam, Krishna says, Nrideham adyam sulabam sudurlabam plavam sukalpam gurukarna narva mayan kulin and abas viteritam. This third line of the verse, first he says the human body is a boat, and that boat, you have to have a captain to show you how to get across. And thirdly, you have to have wind that plies the boat across the ocean. And that, in the commentary, is the holy names and the instructions of the Bhagavad Gita. That's the wind in the sails. So if you feel dead in the water, chant Hare Krishna. One last one? Yes. Tim's stepping up to the one-sentence challenge.
Everything that is had in the material world is chapala sukha. So it's flickering happiness. It's not worthwhile anyway. Better to have spiritual happiness.
Yes, that's a good point. By contrast, we should be able to make the distinction between what's real and what's not real. It's the goal of the Bhagavatam, reality distinguished from illusion for the welfare of all. And Krishna makes a similar point in the Bhagavad Gita where he says, Nasato vidite bhavo, nabhavo vidite sata, ubayorapi dishnuntas tvanayos tattvadarshibhi. That a person who can actually see things correctly sees truth, sees the distinction. Such a person sees distinction between that which exists and that which doesn't exist. And when one has an understanding that meddling in the material world leads only to misery, then what's the recourse? Some people say just give up everything, but our process actually is to embrace the source of the material world, which is Krishna. Thank you very much, everybody who joined us online. Chitralekha Saki from France, thank you very much for being here. Rampriya, thank you. Rocky, thanks for being here. Mira, Mukharavind, Mayank's Otter AI, thanks for listening in. Hare Krishna.